Former mayor of Adelanto was arrested on Friday by special agents of the actual FBI on a federal grand jury indictment alleging he accepted more than 57,000 supposedly in bribes and kickbacks in exchange for approving ordinances authorizing various types of commercial marijuana activity within the actual city and ensuring his co-schemers obtained city licenses or permits authorizing certain commercial marijuana activity. Again, zoning, 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 zoning. The 64-year-old was taken to federal custody without any incident that morning. He was charged with 7 counts of honest service, wire fraud, and 2 counts of actual bribery. He served as mayor from 2014 to 2018. According to the indictment, as part of his official duties, he voted on ordinances governing zoning regulations in the city and served on Adelanto's Cannabis Dispensary Permit Committee, which determined the number of dispensary permits that would be issued and which applicants would receive them. As a mayor, he supported the marijuana legalization, voted in favor of ordinance authorizing marijuana cultivation within the city, voted in favor of an ordinance authorizing the operation of medical marijuana dispensaries, and voted to authorize the distribution, transportation, testing of medical marijuana, among other commercial marijuana activities. At the same time, he secretly used his official position to enrich himself and his co-schemers by passing these ordinances according to the indictment, and allegedly also drafted zones for commercial marijuana activities to include locations used by his co-schemers, and he ensured they obtained the license and permits they sought in exchange for bribes, kickbacks, and gifts. His alleged co-schemers were a lawyer who specialized in plaintiff tort litigation, identified in the indictment as Person A, and 2 individuals labeled Person C and Person D, who had businesses interests in the city, including those involved in marijuana cultivation. So, if I'm not mistaken, tort litigation, this has to do with like damages, or because we used to have to do tort reports down at the port if we actually damaged a vehicle or property. We had to do a tort report to actually get them reimbursed. The actual the owners of the car or luggage or something that we actually destroyed or tore up, by accident, or not by accident, but in the actual um, duties of actually conducting a search. The actual bribes and kickbacks were disguised by the actual mayor and his co-schemers as gifts, donations to a charitable fund, donations to the elections campaign, or advance payments for the proceeds of planned litigation associated with actual motorcycle accidents. In exchange for these kickbacks and bribes, he provided favorable official action on behalf of the city to Person A and C, Person C, and other co-schemers with business interests in the city by authorizing various types of commercial marijuana activities, ensuring his supporters obtained the license or permits they sought, and interfering with law enforcement activities by city officials. For example, on November 2016, the Adelanto City Council held a public discussion related to an ordinance including discussions of overlay zones within which medical marijuana dispensaries would be located. The initial proposal included 2 zones, neither of which included a former restaurant purchased 2 months earlier by Person A and his spouse. See, that's dirty right there. That's dirty. During the discussion, he requested a change in the boundaries of the second overlay zone, which expanded the zone to include Person's A business. The plan for the business initially called for the actual building to be and attorney's office, although they included items such as an elongated sales counter, a dispensing room, cashier, and a security room, the indictment alleges. He deposited a $5,000 check dated in November 2016 from Person A real estate trust accounts into his accounts. And the check memorandum line read ADV Advanced Christmas Fund, the abbreviations for that. And this actual mayor in 2017 voted twice in favor of a city ordinance that included Persons A business in the actual marijuana dispensary overlay zone. June and August 2017, he deposited 3 checks of $10,000 from Person A law firm with memorandum lines of each check stating advance. In total, supposedly, I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised that there was no cash involved, which is really, really surprising, which is kind of suspect. He accepted over $57,000 in bribes and kickbacks from Person A, Person C, and other co-schemers. So we'll see how his turns out. We'll see how much time he actually gets, right? And he can actually get up to 160 years in federal prison. That'll be the maximum. But here we go again. Another Prop 64 causing corruption. Okay, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.